It's been 6 months since I was here last, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone here this evening. Also to thank the International Human Rights Peace Commission, Dr. Alvin Rowan, Colonel Green. What an honor to be able to stand up here on this stage and share it with you. These are some very serious times here in the United States and around the world, which is why I chose to be with you this weekend instead of going to the very first Democratic debate, which was in Miami, Florida. I chose to be here because the issue that I wish to speak with you about is way more important than just getting a couple of minutes of airtime in a debate. You see, our world faces very serious problems, and global warming is the number one concern. Some of the world's top scientists, they recently put out a report stating that if we as a human race do not make changes very quickly and reverse course, then the effects of global warming within the next 50 to 100 years is going to affect us in very negative ways, with millions of people losing their lives, billions of dollars being lost in economies worldwide. We are seeing the effects right here in Chennai. In fact, back in the United States for the past 2 weeks, we have been watching on national news the coverage of Chennai and the water issue, the water crisis right here, where all of the reservoirs have dried up. This is a major problem. This is not just Chennai, this is worldwide. And that's why it is most important for me, Robbie Wells, to be right here and right now. This water crisis has become very grim. I want you to understand something. This is not about the black race or the brown race. It is not about the Asian race or the white race. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about the human race. And that is why I am running to be the President of the United States. That is why I have said in 2020, we will all rise up together with a perfect vision. My number one objective is to achieve world peace. We're going to achieve world peace by obtaining global, sustainable energy independence. Make no mistake, by the end of my second term, that is my goal. Global, sustainable energy independence. This will create millions of great paying jobs. It is going to eliminate conflicts in the Middle East over fossil fuels. And it is going to clean up our environment. You know, I've seen adversaries become allies when common goals can be obtained. This is our common goal. We need to save this planet. We don't need to save this planet because it is easy. We need to save this planet because it is the right thing to do for the sake of our children and our children's children. We only have one planet, so therefore, we must come together to solve this problem, laying aside our differences and working hand in hand to make sure this becomes a reality. I want you to understand, as president, I plan to forge a stronger partnership with India to achieve global sustainable energy independence. We do only have one planet. There is no planet B that we can go to once we have destroyed this environment. So we must do this for future generations. You see, whether you are black or whether you are white, Asian, Hispanic, male or female, gay or straight, Democrat, Republican, whatever political affiliation you may be, whatever religion you may be, at this point, we can lay aside all of those differences because we have one common bond. We are all a part of the human race. We all need to come together to make sure that this earth that we live on, that we call our home, stays inhabitable and in great standing for future generations. The only way that we are going to achieve this is with love and courage. The boldness to love and the courage to serve. The boldness to love and the courage to serve. Think about this. A single mom that works a job through the middle of the night just to serve her children and put food on the table. The love of an overworked and underpaid school teacher that serves her students to prepare them for life. The love of a volunteer that serves our veterans without even receiving a pat on the back. The love of young people that serve in the military and lay their lives on the line for each and every one of us just to protect us and serve us each and every day. And the love of this former bald-headed football coach. And I know I look a little funny, but the love that I have for humanity and my willingness to serve as the President of the United States, leader of the free world, and my position is that this world has a place for me too. It has a place for all of us, but we have to come together and we have to work together. You know, it was President Kennedy many years ago that gave a speech where he said that by the end of the decade, this was back in the 60s, he said by the end of the decade, it was his goal to see an American walk on the moon, not because it was easy, but because it was hard. It is my goal by the end of my second term to see global sustainable energy independence for the sake of everyone's lives. It was Abraham Lincoln that pushed for the passage of the 13th Amendment and also signed an executive order called the Emancipation Proclamation in the United States, which abolished slavery. But right now, America needs a president that will push for legislation that will break the chains of economic enslavement on all of its citizens, which will basically break the chains of economic enslavement on everyone. It was Dr. Martin Luther King. He gave a speech many years ago on the steps of our nation's capital where he said he dreamed of a day where a man would not be judged by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. Right now, you deserve world leaders in India and the United States. World leaders that are going to love all people and unite people for this common goal of achieving global sustainable energy independence. Let's do this. We all can do this. We're in this room together. So let's do this on a daily basis. May God bless each and every one of you here tonight. May God bless India and the United States. And it is such an honor and privilege to be here once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Colonel Mark Green retired, and I am so blessed to be in front of you. And this is my first visit to your country. In the last 36 hours or so, I got to drive across the country and see some of your country. And what's interesting is, it didn't take me long to fall in love. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Tim Rowland, and Honorable Run the Country. And I was a young kid with bare feet, and I could run around in the wheat fields and the soybean fields and hang out with my brothers and sisters playing in the creek, catching catfish, and just doing stuff that we loved. And at some point then, my family split, and I became angry at the world. And I thought, this is not the way things should be for children. And so I suffered for a while. And I realized that I wanted to change that. So I started thinking that achievement was the only way to sustain my life. And I had lost my heart. And then I found it again. Because someone helped me clear out my chakra and bring the energy back up. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand the difference between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and how it works together to make you stronger. So I would like to do a little exercise with everyone because I want to plant the seed today. So if it's possible for you, I would like to set your things down for a second and please stand. So here's what we're going to do. Without knocking your neighbor over, I want you to extend your right hand like this. And when I say go, I want you to bring it across your body and find a point on the wall somewhere as far as you can go when you see it, and then stop. And find that point and then bring it back and come back down. So go ahead and do that. Go around your body and point and find that spot on the wall, wherever it took you, and then come back. Okay, now you can set your hand down. Now I want you to close your eyes for a second. I want you to see yourself doing the same thing, but this time, I want you to see yourself going a meter farther than you went the first time. Okay, open your eyes. Hand out. Without knocking over your neighbor. Do it again. Come back. By a show of hands, how many people went farther than the first time? A lot of you. Here's the reason why. We are all capable of more than our minds show us. Thank you. You can have a seat, please. I learned that our conscious minds and our subconscious minds work together. And sometimes we don't think we can do something, but when we place it in our mind that we can, what happens? We do more. And that is the point that I was trying to make.
These are all man-made religion. God made only one religion, that was humanity. And why are we running away from humanity? Well, it's so easy to be human, still we are not human. Why? I see a dog in my colony, I have to feed that dog and I'm stopped by my society members, don't dare feed them. You can't do that. I said, shut up, do whatever you want to, but I will do it. I taught my kids, please take care of them because they can't speak. I'm stopped. When I was helping my patients in my institute, believe me, I was stopped from doing that. I was told that you are a research assistant, please concentrate on a scientific work and a career. Why are you interested in patients? I said, I will do because I'm human first. I will share one incident. In the hospital, Tata Memorial Hospital, we have St. Jude Cancer Center, that's a care center all over the world. So we had a patient there, Nyaneshwar, a very small patient. There were many patients there, but I used to be friendly to a few of them who used to meet me very often, or I used to play with him. Whenever I used to meet him, I used to give my finger, he used to hold my finger, I used to try pulling it, and I used to say, oh my God, you have strength now, so you are becoming stronger. And one day when I came to office in the morning, I met him and I went to him as usual, and his mother started crying. I was like, what happened? Because they were staying on the campus in the cancer center, and these centers are funded by a lot of NGOs. They get a lot of money from US and everywhere. She said, we are asked to leave the place and go out of the campus. I said, why? She said, there was some decision taken there. I said, you can't go because the kid was under treatment. I went ahead, I wanted to talk to them. I was told to keep my mouth shut. Even then they said, this is a different thing. They are taking care of patients, you are not supposed to be there. I said, I am not going to leave this. I was stopped at...
We have got a lot of religion, yes. We have got the Hindus, the Muslims, the Christians, the Sikh, the Jains, the Buddhists, the Parsi, and the Jews. But unfortunately, this is the identity given by the religion. Our names will not give the highlights of our religion, except we understand. Because if I say Arjun, we find Arjun even in Christians and Hindus. We may find Akbar even in Catholics. If you go to Egypt, Syria, you'll find it in Muslims as well. So the name itself doesn't identify who you are, nor the character. What identifies is your nationality, you are Indian.